Okay, let's do some yoga. All right, we're going to come to our mat and we're going to start seated. Comfortable position. We're going to inhale, deep breath in. Exhale out, hands to heart center. This time shut your eyes down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, keep the arms up. Inhale. Turn to your right, hand behind you, left hand on your knee. Twist. Inhale back to center and twist the other direction. Hands on your knees. Do some gentle spinal rotations. Switch, go the other direction. Gently place your right hand on your head and gently pull your head to the right side to stretch your neck. Look up, look down, switch sides, look up, look down. Extend both arms out to the side, taking your left arm under your right, cross, make an X, and bring your palms towards one another. If that doesn't feel good, just go hands to shoulders. But if that feels okay, stay there. The goal is eventually to bring elbows up to shoulder height and pull the hands away from the face. Inhale back to center. This time, right arm under left. And inhale up. Exhale down. Rotate onto all fours. Do some cat-cows. Inhaling, dropping the belly. Tailbone and head tilt up. Exhale, reversing. Tailbone and head both come in. Back arches. Shoulder blades pull apart. Inhale. Exhale. Do a few more of these with your own breath. Left leg straight out behind you, heel pushing into the, like there's a wall. Right hand out in front of you, thumb pointing up. Extend. And reverse. And reverse. Planting both hands firmly into mat, index fingers pointing directly forward, fingers spread wide like starfish, weight throughout your entire hand, curl your toes under behind you, pushing your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Chest comes towards your thighs, pushing, don't let yourself dump down into your shoulders, pushing the mat away from you, and start pedaling the feet out, heels moving towards the ground. Inhale up high on your toes. Exhale, heels towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Take this float forward to a plank, tailbone tucks under, belly pulls in, heels pushing towards the back of the room, and push through those arms to a plank position. And back to downward facing dog. Float forward to plank again. And back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs, step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway up with a flat back, forward fold, arms come up. Hands to heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing into your hands, step back into plank position. Lower your knees, lower your chest. Keeping your hands right next to your rib cage and right under your shoulders. Inhale up into cobra. All 10 toes pressing into the mat. Shoulders pull away from your ears. Release, push up through plank, downward dog. Bend your knees, look to your thumbs, to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Let's repeat again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. You can either go down knees first or you can lower all the way down. Coming up into cobra, or if you'd like to take it to the next level, push all the way up into upward dog. Knees and thighs come off the mat. Release. Push back up into downward dog. Bend the knees. Top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Stepping back with your right foot. It's going to come to a 45-degree angle. So that means it's not next to the mat. It's not parallel to the mat. It's somewhere in between. Knee is directly over your ankle. So if it's going too far, you need to bring that heel forward. Or if you're way too far back, then shorten your stance. You're going to be twisting your rib cage towards the front, to the top of your mat. Arms come up strong. Warrior one. Hovering your torso over your thigh. Let your arms come back behind you. Pull up through that belly. Arm keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Coming back up. We're going to rotate now into warrior two. Back foot moves to parallel, meaning that it runs the same direction as the short edge of your mat. Front foot comes so that your heel is directly in line with your instep. Again, stance is wide enough so that your knee's directly over your ankle. In this case, you're turning away from the front of your mat and you're actually facing the side of your mat. Arms come up and over and you look out over your front fingers. Keeping that knee bent, reach forward. Reverse your warrior. This hand is light on your back leg. You're bending, palm towards the ground. Back to warrior two. In warrior two, this knee, don't let it collapse in. You're pulling it towards your pinky toe, and you're lifting up to the arch of this back foot. Extended side angle. Bend your front arm. Gently rest it on your front thigh. Hand comes flat over. Return to warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. Turn your feet facing forward. Step back into plank. You can either push directly into downward dog, or if you'd like, you can take a flow, which means you go down through Chaturanga Dandasana, up to upward facing dog, and then back into downward dog from there. Bend your knees, look to your thumbs, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Same thing, except for in this case, we're putting the other leg back. So left leg goes back, 45-degree angle. Front knee, rib cage and hips towards the short end of your mat, towards the front of your mat. Arms come up strong, warrior one. Rotating your arms back, hover over. Lower abdomen pulls in strong. Inhale back up to warrior one. Rotating to warrior two. Back foot parallel, so it's running the same as the short edge of your mat. This front heel moves forward so it is directly in line with your instep. Sink into that front leg. Now you'll notice if I go deep enough, my knee goes past my ankle, so I'm going to widen my stance towards the long edge of the mat, to the side, arms up and over, gaze over front fingers. Not letting that knee collapse, keeping it pulled back. Warrior two. Keeping that front knee bent, bring that hand up, reach back, reverse warrior. Return to warrior two. Bend the front arm, allow it to rest gently on the thigh. Hand comes up over, extended side angle. It's easy to pull up in that knee. Stay in that bent position. Return to warrior two. Cartwheel, hands down. Back to plank position. Lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. And back to downward facing dog. At this point, we're going to lower our knees down. Feet come together, knees widen. Shift your hips over your heels. Hands extended in front of you, forehead to the mat, child's pose. Walk your hands closer to your knees, press up, camel pose. Knees directly under your hips. You're going to take your pelvis and you're going to push it forward. Okay, so pretend that you're up against a wall and you're trying to keep your pelvis towards that wall. Hands go up, reach behind you for camel. Now, if that's all you got, that's fine, just as long as you're reaching. If you feel more arch in your back, you're welcome to come back further. Switch to the other side. It's called swimming camel. Switch. And switch. Back up, down to all fours. Let's do just 1 or 2 rounds of cat-cow. Okay, roll onto your side. Extend your left leg in front of you. Right leg tucked into your inner thigh. Hands come up. Lots of length in your spine, hinging from your hip, not rounding through your back. So as that hip comes forward, come forward. As soon as it feels tight and you feel it through your hamstring, that's where you stop and hold the fold, okay? Yoga doesn't hurt. So it's okay to feel a little bit of discomfort as you stretch gently, but it should not hurt. And it'll take a while, but eventually you should be able to get much further than when you start. Inhale back up. Take this knee, lift it up, cross it over the straight leg. Okay? Place your right hand behind you. Left arm comes up into the air, twist, and your left arm will come around the outside of that knee. And you're twisting through the mid-back. Both hips are staying glued firmly to the ground. Let's twist the other direction, twist it out. So this time your left hand's behind you, your right hand's on the outside of the leg pushing. You want to inhale as straight as you can. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. This time extend the right leg out. Left leg comes in to the inner thigh. Again, sitting up straight. All the motion comes from the hip creases and you go forward. You'll have one side that's much better than the other. This one is not my good side, but we're all imbalanced in our bodies, and that's part of why we always do everything on both sides to try and achieve some balance. Inhale, rise. Take that knee, lift it up, cross it over, left hand behind you, right hand in the air on the outside of the thigh, and twist. Keep both sides of those hips glued to the mat, twisting through the mid-back. Let's release that twist. Take it over to the other side. Legs straighten out in front of you. Get yourself centered. Pull your toes towards your belly. Push down strong through your arms, palms flat. Okay, you can relax those toes just a little bit, but keeping that length in the spine. Inhale the arms up. Reaching forward, same thing as when we did it just one leg at a time. You're going to come forward until you feel a solid stretch. And then when you're there, hands go down and you stop. Chest is lifted, not rounded in. Okay? Inhale, rise. Okay, coming onto our back. Bring both knees into the chest, pulling your knees towards your shoulders. Legs go up in the air, legs up a wall. Hug your knees into your chest. Extend your right leg out onto the mat. Left leg stays into your chest. Let your left leg fall over to the right, keeping your left arm extended out, and then your gaze is where it's happiest, right, left, or up. Back to center, extend your left leg. Right leg comes up, pull it into the shoulder, let it fall across to the left. Rolling back onto your back, legs come out straight in front of you. Let your feet fall open like a book. Palms are facing up next to you, corpse pose. I'm going to stop the video here, but what you'll do, shut your eyes down, let your breathing normalize, keep your back teeth parted. If your jaw's clenched, you can't relax, and take just a few moments to just be still and to breathe. That's our yoga for the day.